One of the things I saw back in the 1990s as I was researching this global cult is how so many of their symbols related to Saturn. This goes into not just secret societies, it goes into religions. For instance, one of the symbols of Saturn is the Star of David, or the six-pointed star, the hexagram. And the hexagram is where we get the term Rothschild from. Because when they changed their name from Bauer to Rothschild, they were living in a house in Frankfurt which had a six-pointed star on it, and they used that to rename themselves Rothschild because in German, red shield is basically Rothschild, red shield, red sign. And so the Rothschild central role in the creation of Israel put the six-pointed star on the flag of Israel. You also have the hexagon, which is a symbol of Saturn. And just by coincidence, nothing to worry about, when they sent up the Voyager and Cassini craft to take pictures of Saturn, they found that there was a permanent storm at the North Pole that extraordinarily takes the form of a hexagon storm. And for reasons I explain in the books, a hexagon, a hexagram, and the cube are basically the same frequencies. And at the South Pole of Saturn is another storm that looks remarkably like a single eye. There is a sound coming off Saturn that's a very eerie, very Saturnine sound, which you can hear on the internet. Let's have a quick listen. So we're talking about, again, frequencies and how frequencies impact upon human perception, not least through the subconscious. So the more Saturn symbols you put around society, the hexagram, the hexagon, the cube, especially the black cube, the color of Saturn, the more you are generating those frequencies that are impacting upon human perception, those Saturnine frequencies. And where is the most famous black cube in the world? It's in Mecca, the Kaaba, which means cube. Thousands and thousands of Muslims go every year in their Hajj to a pilgrimage to the black cube of Mecca. And interestingly, they sit around as well in circles. It does remind you of something, like Saturn's rings. So encoded in secret societies and in the religions is this Saturn symbolism. And like all symbols that generate frequencies, the symbol is created by frequency and then generates that frequency. It's a two-way process. Those symbols are affecting the way people perceive, the way people feel. And it's It seems incredibly far out, of course, to people who haven't come across this, that a kind of symbol or whatever can affect you. Of course it can't. How can it? Well, it affects you through frequency. And so we have Saturn symbols everywhere, as I've detailed in my books. And that's the reason. It's because it's not for a bit of fun. It's literally affecting you every time you see one of those symbols. Even if you don't kind of consciously become aware of it, the subconscious absorbs everything. And the subconscious, 95% of which, according to psychologists, dictates human behavior. 95% of human behavior and reaction and response is subconsciously driven, not consciously driven. And that subconscious is being manipulated constantly by symbols, not least symbols of Saturn. If you want to read more and watch more of my content, then go to the description under the video where you can buy my books. The latest one is The Roadmap, where you can get tickets for public events, and how you can subscribe to a fantastic video channel called Iconic, iconic.com.